in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Set to kick off.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Look at this Buffalo defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
2nd and 9. Herbert now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll try and do this himself. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, 73.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
This defense for the Jets, they have certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Great, set. Go silk. Hey, let's go. Come on,
Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
The Bills at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Throwing is Hurts.
He finds his target. It's Evans.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Malik Neighbors.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Bills 7, Jets 0.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
There's Evans again, complete. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Again, Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown. Cam Scalaboo, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. A first carry here for Jordan James. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Now a 2nd and 6.
Tiger Hornet. Great. Set. Delta.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Trimmer. Crowd left Yeti. Delta.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bills 14, Jets 7.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground here with Evans. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Crowd right. Okay. Home trips right.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
12.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 16 yards.
Baylor
1st down, New
Baylor
York.
Tiger. Hey, go Lion.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And the Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
73. Delta.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Here's Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Cruz. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 41 yards. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play in the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Herbert. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give up the middle to Evans. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. In motion left is Cruz. From the 29, Herbert. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Herbert now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cruz. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Fielded at the 33. A great return there. Bobbin and weaving his way for 31 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Cam Little to kick off.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end.
Woods fumbles it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a two-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Set, go.
Now Herbert following the turnover. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Ready.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Set. Set.
Evans running straight ahead. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Ready. Run. Set. Run.
Back to throw. Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Evans will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. A throw left side, hauled in by Lane. Touchdown, Jets! Jalen Lane from 3 yards out. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Here's Hurts to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hurts. And this was caught downfield by Evans. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
His pass caught at the 4. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. James trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1.
Great.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the right side and complete to Washington. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
On the screen, this is Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Evans on the toss left side. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, so they got their field goal, gets them back within a score. Now for the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Jets are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. From the 29, here's 2nd down at 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The former star at the University of Buffalo, Khalil Mack, able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
21. Ready.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. That's to Lane. He's got it outright. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Jets are right back in this football game. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
Crowd right. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Let's go.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
That's good for Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Baylor Tigers. Five nine.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got the connection to Moore. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Cap.
The 27-yard line.
Hey, Ram. Go.
Herbert. Out on the right. This is Cruz. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Home trips right. Ready.
Here's Herbert. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Delta. Let's go, let's go. Let's go.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Great.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Gets this to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Herbert. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Set. 380.
Herbert to throw. There's Evans again, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, Ram.
Throwing, Herbert. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And they will take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is